And let's check and see if you have a fever.
Okay, now that I'm stopped, I've got her back up front, cuddled on me. And I'm in the carpool waiting to pick up my son from school, so we're just gonna have a little bit of a carpool chat. So this little one is not feeling good today. It started out with those little crusty eyes and a little sniffle, and she was a little rattly to me, and I was worried that she was gonna get sick. So of course I went to my group online, and after her temperature went up a little bit, we decided we're going to take her to the vets. We're actually going to take her and Moon Pie and Cracker Jack to the vet to make sure they don't have pneumonia. I got some vet RX in her nostrils, so I'm hoping that will help, because I really don't want to lose the sweet little one, especially because we're keeping her, but I wouldn't want to lose any of them. But she's pretty happy and content, and her rap, she cries when she's out of it, but you know, she's got to be safe. But just prayers for this sweet little one, and hopefully she'll grow better soon. So the vet called us back. She's ready for us, so we're headed out that way. It's about 30 minutes from our house, which isn't too bad, but they're crying, so it's hard to watch, or hard to listen to. But got my camera mounted over there for two-handed safe driving, and I'm just trying to calm down. She started falling asleep in the sling when I was holding her earlier, and I just, for some reason, it didn't dawn on me that she was just napping. I think I've heard from everybody that pneumonia can take them so quickly that I panicked and I thought she was dying, and I was just terrified and I was so upset. And then suddenly she just pops her little head up and, you know, goes about her business, and I felt kind of dumb for getting all riled up because there's nothing I can really do. But when you're in a situation where you just have to like just wait, there's nothing I can do. It's not like I could just take her to any vet and run in there and say you can help her. You can only go to vets that see Livestock, and this vet, you know, was an angel to see me, and I'm so grateful. It's such a blessing that she could see me, because we're not established with her. We hadn't established ourselves with a vet now, which, shame on me. If you're going to get a livestock animal, or any animal for that matter, have a vet before you get the animal. Because what if you're driving home and something happens? It's hard to get into a vet that you haven't been established with. So shame on me for not doing that, especially knowing that they were going to give birth. Because I could have had a birth situation where I needed to call a vet out, and I wouldn't have had a vet to see Capri. Fortunately, nothing happened to Capri, and Capri was healthy, and she birthed them really fast, which I'm starting to wonder if that's the problem, like if they didn't get us enough of a squeeze to get the fluid out of their lungs. But I know that happens with human babies, who knows for goats, but if she hadn't needed someone, I wouldn't have even known who to call. Apparently this lady comes highly recommended in our area. She sees lots of goats, and so I'm excited to have her phone number in my cell phone now, because Millie is due to kid this month, and I want to have that on hand in case I needed it. You know, I had a lot of advice coming to me.
Turn right on US 360 East.
A lot of good advice coming my way, unfortunately. Whoop. Hello. I had a lot of good advice coming my way, and lots of people who know a lot about goats, especially my particular goats, and so that was great to have and wonderful. But I mean, had something gone down, they weren't here, so
Take exit on right to I-295 north.
Oh, wrong one. So I am really glad that we have a livestock vet in our Rolodex now. So I am just going to get to the vet and I actually have Moon Pie and Cracker Jack with me because, I'm sorry, this is crooked. I can't fix it while I'm driving. I have Moon Pie and Cracker Jack with me because he had the goopier eye and the runnier nose when they first got it, but then their eyes cleared up. And then now Moon Pie seems a little sicker, but I figured it was best to get them both seen to make sure it wasn't something that they were sharing. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Big truck. I'm gonna go ahead and get them both seen to ease my mind a little bit. it's my first time and everything makes me paranoid. Not to mention being an asthma mom, any weird rattly breathing makes you want to give somebody a breathing treatment. And I don't have a nebulizer for my goats. So, I don't want y'all to have to listen to me ramble the entire 30-minute trip. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll come back to you after we get back from the vet. Okay, so we are back from the vet. She was wonderful. I can tell why she came very highly recommended. She really knew her stuff and she got us sorted out. It looks like Moon Pie definitely had pneumonia, and it was kind of, it could probably go either way with Cracker Jack, but she was leaning more towards him probably having it. So they both got an injection of antibiotics, and they both got some selenium and selenium and vitamin E, because she said that helps in pneumonia a lot, and the moms hadn't been dosed before birth, so it was good to help out the babies, and she thinks that they're going to do really well. I keep wanting to call her Capri. Moon Pie still had a little bit of a fever and possibly lost a little weight. She said she didn't necessarily trust her scale, but Cracker Jack's weight was almost the same as what I had measured it at my house, but Moon Pie's weight was less. So she possibly lost weight. She might not have. I was told to weigh her when I get home. But she said she thinks they're going to pull through. She doesn't think it's going to be a fatal case of pneumonia, and that they should be able to go back with their mommies and, get milk from her, which is great. I was worried. I mean, I didn't mind bottle feeding them. Who doesn't want to have an adorable baby goat in their house? But I feel like mommy's going to raise them best and know what to do for them. So I hope this wasn't too much strain on Capri having both of her babies gone, but I did want to get them healthy and make sure that they weren't sick and gonna die. She said this crazy weather, like 60 one day, 30 the next day, possibly snow, crazy windstorms, she's seen a lot of cases of pneumonia lately. She gave us some ideas for how to change around our structure to do a little bit better for the babies, and she gave me a great website to go to find out about worming them, and a great website to go to for just like overall sheep and goat health care stuff. So it was great to get to talk to her and ask all of my questions. And she said they were healthy enough that she didn't think they needed a booster. The antibiotic is like a 3 or 4 day antibiotic that she gave them, and she said if they were super sick she would have sent me home with a booster, but they weren't. So she thought it would be okay to go without a booster. So we just, watch for that fever. I take their temperature every day, and hopefully they will get all better. And I have a lot of relief. I was scared. I was really worried, and I thought I wasn't going to be that. Well, I knew I was going to be that person that got super, super attached to their animals. But I told myself these aren't. Moon Pie is ours. We're keeping her, but Cracker Jack's not ours. You're not keeping on. Don't get super attached. Don't get super emotional. You're a farmer now, and sometimes animals die. But to be honest, when the metal hit the road, or whatever the saying is, when it got real, I was not prepared for one of these goats to die. I just wasn't. So I'm really glad it eased my mind to get to take them to the vet today. And I'm glad I got to do it. So now we've got a 30-minute journey home, and I've got to go to the grocery store, get some food for my human kids, because I was just all wrapped up in everything today. I've had a baby goat hanging off of me for hours, so it's time to get home and be human mom now. Thank you for coming with me on this scary adventure to take my babies to the vet. Hopefully when Millie kids we won't have a repeat of this, but at least now I'll know what signs and symptoms to look for. I really appreciate everybody in my online groups and the person that I got the goats from for being there for every little question I have, and it's a lot of them, and it's always at weird times of the day and night, to take care of these babies and to keep them healthy. To say I'm a little overstressed is an understatement. Hi, Nanny. I just passed by where my grandmother is buried. And I'm feeling a lot better. So again, thank you so much for watching this video, coming on this adventure. If you liked this video or want to send well wishes to the babies, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on those notifications, and as always,